So I just want to share a little story this morning about how I got started as an online marketer, just in case anybody is doubting themselves and whether or not they can actually do this. I think this story might help you. When I first got really serious about learning how to market on the internet, it was after I had gone through an abrupt separation, was in the process of a divorce, and I had two tiny children. I had a 3-year-old and a 3-week-old. And I wanted to figure out a way to be able to work from home. And so I just decided that I was going to start learning whatever I could to make this work for myself and my family so that I could be there in my kids' lives and not go, get a job where I needed to be gone all the time. And so I just took baby steps. I just started learning things as I went. And all I did was just document, I was completely honest with the people that were following me about who I was and why I was doing this and where I was starting. I didn't pretend that I knew everything. And then I just started sharing what I learned as I learned it. And people started following along because they wanted to know more about my journey. And it was hard. I was on food stamps, and we had moved into an apartment while we were going through the divorce. We left the house and moved into an apartment, and I couldn't even afford to take my kids to buy pumpkins for Halloween. And so they had free pumpkins at Whole Foods where you could bring your kids and they give them a little free pumpkin to decorate. So I'd bring my kids there to decorate their pumpkins because it was free. And I would smell all the nice soaps at Whole Foods, how they have them all out on that display. And to me, that was such a luxury that I couldn't even imagine being able to afford to buy a soap at Whole Foods. And I started thinking about how I wanted to be able to do that someday and not think twice about it. And I wanted to be able to and then, on top of that, I couldn't even imagine being able to buy my groceries at Whole Foods. That was just so next level to me. And I talked about this stuff in my content. And then when the day came that I could actually buy a bar of soap, one of those nice bars of soap at Whole Foods, I shared that. When the day came that I could buy a bag of groceries at Whole Foods, I shared that. These might sound like little silly wins to you, like nothing monumental, but they were monumental to me. And even if they don't feel monumental to you, these are things that somebody that's one step behind you is inspired by. And it takes vulnerability. It definitely takes vulnerability to share yourself in this way, but when you're willing to be vulnerable, these are the things that inspire people the most. And when you inspire people, they want to continue to follow along with you on your journey. And I've found that the people that have started following me when I was doing this are still following me. They're loyal followers. People will follow you for life when you're willing to be vulnerable in this way. I'm here to say that if I can do this as a single mom with a 3-week-old and a 3-year-old, then you can do this too. There's no reason that you can't do this. Anybody can do this. It's just a matter of applying yourself and being willing to be honest. You don't have to act like you know what you're doing. You don't have to act like you're super successful. Just be honest about who you are and where you are in your journey and why you're doing what you do. And I promise you that people will want to follow along with your journey, and they want to see what you're going to do next, and they want to learn from your mistakes, and they want to be there and celebrate your wins with you. Now, I've been an online marketer for over 20 years, and I haven't had a job in all of this time, and I never missed a beat in my kids' lives. I got to go to every soccer tournament and every dance competition, and I just got to do all of that stuff. So if I can do this, you can do this. So hopefully you got a little bit of inspiration today and a little bit more belief in yourself, because I'm living proof that you can do this. I love you and I believe in you, and you got this. Talk soon.